Hello, guys, and welcome back to Talking F1 with me, Lampies. And it's that time of the week where we do our predictions for the Portugal race this coming weekend. But before we start, remember to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. So, let's begin by looking at last year's results. So, last year it was Hamilton, Hamilton, Bottas, and Verstappen on the podium. And it seemed like this track suited the Mercedes car better. Looking at the track, it's more flowing, faster, and it has quite a large straight. Now, the one thing about this track that seems to be quite difficult is the tire warm up. From last year, we could see that Carlos Sainz in the McLaren had a brilliant start and, could warm up his tires faster than the other cars. Now, this year, don't know how the weather is going to look and all that stuff, but it's still quite, I think it's going to still be a lot of lockups and all that stuff, and that's definitely going to play a role, strategies and all that stuff. Now, my prediction for the race is going to be Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas. Why do I say it? I think it's going to be extremely close between Hamilton and Verstappen, but it seems like the Mercedes has a better race pace than the Red Bull. You couldn't have it wasn't that visible at Imola because all the races and safety cars and all that stuff, but it seems like it. Um, Also in Bahrain, yes, Verstappen was quicker, but yeah, that mistake he made in Bahrain cost him. But I think it's going to be extremely close between those two. Seems like the track, suits the Mercedes better. Uh, but yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, that's my prediction. Then looking back, I think it's going to be a close battle between the Ferraris and McLaren. Um, I think still looking at last year, we don't know how all the stuff is going to work this year, but looking at last year, the track was quite cold, and the McLaren, had better time, warming up the tires. So I think it's going to be between McLaren and Ferrari for the next few spots. Maybe Perez at fourth. I don't know. He's still not showing his true colors in the Red Bull. I think he's not. Yeah, he's still not that comfortable. But yeah, at the Imola race, yes, he made some mistakes, but definitely a better race on Bahrain. Hopefully, this can be there to help Verstappen. And as all of you know, it's just 1 point between Verstappen and Hamilton. So quite close. So if Perez can start, helping um, Verstappen, it would be really good. Now looking back down the field, maybe seeing Aston Martin there. Stroll had some good races. Maybe George Russell also, showing his colors. Yeah, the AlphaTauri always a competitor. Um, I don't think the Alfa Romeo is going to be there, and definitely not the Haas. Yeah, the Haas is just a terrible car this year. So yeah, looking at top 10, I think it's maybe going to be quite competitive from fourth down. And at the front, I think it's just going to be Hamilton and Verstappen again. And yeah, I think Hamilton's going to come on top, out on top on this race. Looking forward to it as always. Portugal is a lovely track. And I think it's going to be a lot of overtakes, to DRS zones. And, the track is quite wide, so, uh, you know, opportunities to go free side or so into a corner. And also, elevation change and all that stuff definitely playing a role on, lockups and difficult apexes to make. So I think it's going to be a good race. I'm not going to think it's going to be as entertaining as Imola, but that's just one race in a million that's going to be like that again. It was utter chaos at Imola. I think this is going to be more like Bahrain, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Then also just a quick announcement. So the Canadian Grand Prix will be removed from this year's calendar. So it's a 7th round and it's going to be replaced by Turkey. So another new track, not a new track, or an old track making its appearance again. And quite looking forward to it. Quite sad about Canada. Canada always has been one of my favorite tracks just because of the pure speed, margin of error, it's small, and, overtakes, and, the weather and all that stuff always changing in Canada. So definitely sad about that, but Turkey, I think it's going to be a great race. It's great to see new tracks coming to the F1, calendar, and yeah, quite looking forward to that also. But yeah, so uh, just want to say, Portugal, is it's around about Spain, so maybe we can get some rain. I don't know. Uh, don't think so. I haven't seen anything on the social medias and all that stuff. But if rain does play a influence, definitely going to be entertaining as always. But yeah, it's just a short video. Let me know what your predictions is for the race, and what you think is who's going to win and all that stuff. And yeah, go check out my previous videos. Yeah, but yeah, all I want to say is thanks for watching and check you next time.